The daily reading for Saturday, November the 22nd, 2025. The first reading, 1st Maccabees, chapter 6, 1 to 13. King Antiochus was going through the upper provinces when he heard that Elima is in Persia, was a city famed for its wealth in silver and gold. Its temple was very rich, containing golden shields, breastplates, and weapons left there by Alexander, the son of Philip, the Macedonian king, who first reigned over the Greeks. So he came and tried to take the city and plunder it, but he could not, because his plan became known to the men of the city, and they withstood him in battle. So he fled, and in great grief departed from there to return to Babylon. Then someone came to him in Persia and reported that the armies which had gone into the land of Judah had been routed, that Lysias had gone first with a strong force, but had turned and fled for the Jews. That the Jews had grown strong from the arms, supplies, and abundant spoils which they had taken from the armies they had cut down, that they had torn down the abomination which he had erected upon the altar in Jerusalem, and that they had surrounded the sanctuary with high walls as before, and also Bethsur, his city. When the king heard this news, he was astounded and badly shaken. He took to his bed and became sick from grief, because things had not turned out for him as he had planned. He lay there for many days, because deep grief continually gripped him, and he concluded that he was dying. So he called all his friends and said to them, "Sleep departs from my eyes, and I am downhearted with worry. I said to myself, to what distress I have come, and into what a great flood I now am plunged. For I was kind and beloved in my power. But now I remember the evils I did in Jerusalem. I seized all her vessels and silver and gold, and I sent to destroy the inhabitants of Judah without good reason. I know that it is because of this that these evils have come upon me, and behold, I am perishing a deep grief in a strange land." Psalms chapter 9, verses 2 to 4, 6, 16, and 19. I will give thanks to the Lord with my whole heart. I will tell of all thy wonderful deeds. I will be glad and exult in thee. I will sing praise to thy name, O Most High. When my enemies turned back, they stumbled and perished before thee. Thou hast rebuked the nations. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast blotted out their name for ever and ever. Their nations have sunk in the pit where they made, and in the net which they hid has their own foot been caught. For the needy shall not always be forgotten, and the hope of the poor shall not perish forever. A reading from the Gospel, Luke chapter 20, verses 27 to 40. There came to him some Sadducees, those who say that there is no resurrection, and they asked him a question, saying, "Teacher, Moses wrote for us that if a man's brother dies, having a wife but no children, the man must take the wife and raise up children for his brother. Now there was 7 brothers. The first took a wife and died without children, and the second and the third took her, and likewise all 7 no children and died. Afterward the woman also died. In the resurrection, therefore, whose life will the women be? For the 7 had her as wife." And Jesus said to them, "The sons of his age marry and are given in marriage, but those who are accounted worthy to attain to that age and to the resurrection from the dead neither marry nor are given in marriage, for they cannot die any more, because they are equal to angels and are sons of God, being sons of the resurrection. but that the dead are raised, even Moses showed in the passage about the bush, where he calls the Lord the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac and the God of Jacob. Now he is not God of the dead, but of the living, for all live to him. And some of the scribes answered, Teacher, you have spoken well, for they no longer dared to ask him any question.